Alright guys, so today I'm going to start with the air filter. I apologize for road noise in the background. I do live on a pretty busy street. So we're going to crawl under here and see what we got. So first of all, I'm going to take a good look at everything under the chassis. Nothing looks too horrible. Probably some little spots of rust I want to work on. This is actually the rear heater core lines. Got your transmission here. Cool. I haven't really looked under here too much. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and start with the air box. It is exquisitely rusty, to say the least. I may actually get some, I don't know what that is. I may get some PB Blaster for this, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna get some PB Blaster on this. I'll be right back. Good old can of penetrant. Crawl back under here. I don't know if the video quality looks any better, but I did get a new phone, so hopefully it'll look good. I'm not sure what this little thing is here. Interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna spray this right here. Just coat that thing. Looks like it hasn't been off in God knows how many years. I thought I would point out, I'm not sure if y'all know, but before I won this vehicle at auction, this entire panel was actually replaced. It was not replaced due to an accident, though. It was actually replaced due to corrosion. What ends up happening is this lower portion all the way to the front here is actually like a skirt. So if I come and crawl under here, what happens is it tends to rust up under here. Normally it's salt. So you can't replace just this lower panel, though. It is all one big old sheet. And you can tell it's been replaced by the way that the seam sealer condition is. They didn't do a factory job. It's definitely not bad. But if I pull here on these seals, right, you can see, like right here, I need a wire wheel right here and do some repair because they didn't do a perfect enough job to where it kept it from rusting again. And you could tell that was just replaced. And this was actually done fairly recently. Keep in mind when you're putting these components back, this is kind of held in with the seal. What I intend to do at some point, I'm not sure whether I'll video record it or not. You can actually see here it's not sitting perfectly. I'm going to tear out the entire interior panel and confirm that there's no more rust like there is here behind there, just to make sure I'm not going to get some random corrosion hole. Would not be a very fun time. And as you can see, that's why on this side, if I go ahead and shut this door real quick, if I shut this door, we've got, well, there's a dent here, but there's actually a corrosion hole here that I need to repair. And this actually kind of goes through to the other side. This is from a dent, it looks like. But then there's stuff like right here. This looks like it was caused because of corrosion. So that's definitely something I'm gonna have to work out. I'm eventually probably just gonna replace this whole back panel here. I believe it's welded all the way here. Same way on this, and then it comes up here, you can actually see, and I'll have to somehow have this replaced. Yeah, so it looks like it's actually, these are welds here, so this whole panel could be removed. Or I might end up just temporarily fixing this and patching for now. Money's tight, so gotta work with what you got. Other than that, let's get back to it. Alright, I'm gonna try this with my hands first. If not, I got some tools. Yeah, it's being stubborn. So I actually got a pair of pliers. Now I don't want to break this. So let's see. It needs to come off this way. So a little bit skeptical. These do tend to rust. This is like a common thing. A lot of guys will actually remove these air boxes completely and just run a cone. Except this is below the driver's seat, and so it typically gets really, really loud if you do so. I apologize, I'm holding this with my hand. Should have brought a camera mount for my phone. Looks like it's coming though. Let's see. There we go. Hey, there we go. Yeah, I'm running a Android Samsung S22 Ultra right now. That's the phone I've just purchased. Hopefully it'll give me a little bit better quality. I don't have a dedicated video camera. I probably won't get one for a long time, depending on how popular the channel ends up being. And then for microphone, I'm just running built-in headphone microphone, so it's probably meh quality. Alright, so that's off. So we're gonna come in here, and then this should just release. Yep, and I just cut the hell out of my finger. Let's see what we got. No pain, no gain, they say. Oh, it's cut up here on the bottom. There we go. That's that. Yow. Woo, it's rusty. It's a little dirty. Looks like there's another wing nut that also has to come off here on a different thread. Let's see here. Pop this off, and then we will check the condition of the air filter. Well, it's pretty dirty. The inside doesn't look too bad. The outside's pretty darn dirty. So let's compare this to the. So this is the new Wix one. I don't have a Band-Aid. This is the best we're gonna get today. This is the old one. This is the old Denso CV9112-201, which you cannot get in the States. It is very old and dirty. This is the new one. It's a little bit, maybe a little bit, no, looks about the same. Except you will need to drill a hole here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my drill out for that. This is a Wix WA6118, as stated here. We got made in Poland. Okay, pretty decent looking filter. So let me get my drill out and get a hole going for this. This looks to be about a 1/2 inch hole. There's like a little nut here with a seal on top, so I'm assuming it really only needs to be a little bit bigger than that hole, and it doesn't have to be that big, but see once we get there, huh? Alright, so what I ended up doing is I folded this little wing nut with the seal. I actually folded the little wings up, because on here, this seal seals against the end of the housing, right? The filter element housing. So because there's a sort of deepness to this one, it wouldn't have fit unless I folded these. So with these folded, as you can see, it actually sits against it now, and that'll keep any contaminants from getting in there. Beforehand, it would only sit up to here, and it wouldn't have sealed properly. So let's get her in. Alrighty, just to show y'all how this mounts, this is the new element here. As you can tell, it's snug. You can see the little wing tips folded here, these little winglets. It's a little bit helpful if you use some grips, and you can kind of get them in there to help you get it tight if it's a little rusty on the threads like mine was. But yeah, and then all we got to do is put the cap back on, and obviously you can see rust gets in here, so you may want to get a wire wheel, which I'm about to wire wheel it, and then I'm gonna paint it just to keep the rust from spreading. This also looks like this is for water drainage. You may also want to make sure this is working. And then, yeah, then you put it back on, and you can see the outer nut, it's got a skinnier thread than this thicker inside wing nut. These are kind of wing nuts with rubber seals. It's kind of interesting. Anyway, hope that was a little bit informative to you guys. More to come later.